And welcome back, everyone. Ellington here, and we are back on Total War Attila. This is the 1212 AD mod. We've got ourselves a 3 versus 3 in-house fight going on here. This, I don't remember the name of the settlement, I hate to say. I forgot to look. But like I said, this is a 3v3. It is fully in-house from the Dragon Core Discord. Don't forget that if you guys want to join into the Discord, the link is in the description, as well as my Patreon link, and also you can become a member for as low as $1.99. We've got some cav coming out here from the Defenders, so this is the Abbasids. So the Abbasids, let's go ahead and get to the commanders here. The Abbasids being commanded by Alton. We've also got for the Defenders, we've got Hungary being commanded by Billy Blazes. We also, finally, last but not least, the Kingdom of France being commanded by Kirito. For the attackers, we have got Meximu commanding the Duchy of Brabant. We have got myself commanding Naples. And finally, for the attackers, we have got Pozgwin commanding Croatia. Now you can see Pozgwin has gotten a pretty easy way into the settlement, honestly. He's pretty much already, got a free foothold, right? On the other side, we're kind of just like messing around with these guys. We do have this is the Abbasids. The Abbasid cavalry still being a little bit of a nuisance. We've got some of my cavalry and then some gendarmes from Brabant trying to deal with it. But the cav, you can see, gonna, well, maybe not. Maybe they're just gonna go back into the settlement. You might break, actually. 195 kills. That's not bad for cav. But cav could definitely do way more. A lot of times it'll come down to what did he kill. So let's see, 101 out of 130. 95 out of 130. So we did take down a chunk of archers or range units for the Duchy of Brabant over here. You gotta remember, he also got that charge in on this infantry unit at the very beginning of the game. You can see their poor dead bodies on the ground here. In this game, you do have shield wall, but it is not quite as effective as in like Rome 2. Rome 2 shield wall will pretty well break most cav charges, elephants, chariots, stuff like that. In this game, it's better than just being in normal formation, but not like significantly better. It's probably you want to be in it, but it's not going to, keep you from losing 30 men. It might keep you from losing 60 men, though. You know what I mean? Look at these dismounted Brabantian knights. Kniggets! If anybody can name that movie, I will give you a high five. You and your Kniggets! I fought in your general direction. Your mother was a hamster and your father smelt of elderberry. Come on. That's like enough hints. If you can't get it from that, you guys need to work on it, man. So our balance power is a 2,000 man difference between us. The Abbasid cavalry actually came back, and I don't think we notice it because it's just chilling here. He's got 200 kills now. Brabant did put up some sergeants over on the far right trying to kill this. Actually, I don't think, if I remember correctly, it's been a few weeks since we played. I think he meant to threaten, but I don't think he meant to actually land on the wall. And when he got distracted with the cavalry, his tower just went and landed. So he has a sergeant here that he basically can't save. And Mexi, the commander of that army, was not very happy with himself. Shit happens. You know what I mean? You get distracted, especially with micro and stuff like that, shit happens. It's okay. He's all right. That cav unit is still just sitting there. We got our own cav coming in, so Croatia sending in some of his Vitazolvi. Got some more Abbasid cav sitting back here. Right up front, though, we've got the swordsmen of Croatia taking on the sergeants of France. Just getting some looksy-looksies there. Here we go. We're going to get a charge here. Not a bad charge. I do think he was in shield wall. You probably could have stayed in that, a couple seconds longer. 56 kills, though. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. So, I sent one of my infantry units down this streetway. I'm engaging the Mushat al-Hund from the Abbasids, but I also have another one of my infantry coming down off the wall because there's a stairway right here. You might call it a stairway to heaven, but somewhere there may also be a highway to hell. So what I'm gonna do, I have a couple options here, right? So we've got this infantry unit here guarding the breach, which is keeping Mexi and his stuff outside. But we also have this infantry unit that's keeping me in this street. So I have a couple options because they're not engaging me. I don't know why. I can either go over here and try and, make this unit waver, or come over here and do the same thing. As you can see, the option that I have chosen is to go for this one. Now the problem is that now I'm going to have to kind of basically immediately re-engage to this unit over here. You can see the unit is still kind of attacking, so you can see he is getting the punishment of the eager attacked in flank, which means that should help kind of, wither this down a little bit. The problem is I'm also getting that penalty. So over here we got 88 out of 160 versus my 137, and then I have a fresh unit coming forward as well. Over here, Croatia honestly, he's been, doing a lot of heavy hitting here. His cav is up 144 kills now, but he's about to get a bunch more. So you can see he shifts off to this side. We've got a polearm here, but he has not committed it quite yet. He probably wants to get another sword up here pretty quick, I would assume. He wants another charge, though. Oh, another good charge. Another really good charge. Over here, there we go. Look at that. So we've got this unit is starting to waver. We didn't quite get what we wanted to happen over here. Was that a mortar that I just heard? Treb. Could have swear I heard the sound of a mortar. The Treb shooting over the other direction, and it would not have made that sound. I don't know, that was very odd. I could have swore that was a sound of a mortar. You can see I'm trying to sneak around this unit to once again try and break through it. They do have a unit of Mushat al-Hund here that are going to try and stop me. This not going quite as well as we wanted it to. Now I think okay, so my mortar is moving forward. Mexi has a mortar. So we got two mortars on attack. They've got a Treb on defense. And I think that's it for the defenders. Interesting, look at this. So the polearm, the halberdiers here, he's got them formed up on the right-hand side of this formation. So the left-hand side of the sergeants, right? And I think what he was doing, I think he was charging the left flank of that unit, or attempting to at least. Maybe not, maybe he was just going like wacky. But we also have the communal nobles coming in, so his shock infantry, 107 kills so far. His cavalry, 302 kills, but they're pretty beat up at this point. I think I had to pull my unit back because it was kind of went all wacky and they were way out of position. So what we're doing is we've got, it must be my mortar. No, because I'm moving. So is it Mexi's mortar that's shooting that? I think it's Mexi's mortar that's shooting this area right here. He's got 33 kills, so that is assisting in this. You can also see we've got our ranged out here, also trying to assist in this. They've got a bunch of their heavy ranged melee infantry. We do have cav coming. This is a full unit of Abbasid heavy hybrid shock cav. AK, it means they have bows, but we basically just, you know, if you have a full ranged unit, or if you brought all 4 ranged, it's not that you can't bring these, you just can't use their bows. So you just put them on melee attack and it's fine. Okay, one of my medium melee infantry just retreated. Now another one is trying to. We do have the Croatian archers have moved up. They should be able to start getting shots in over here. Probably right in this area. Though it could be a little hard with these tall buildings in the way. They may not be able to get the best angles. The halberdiers are gone. 68 kills, not bad. Treb's still shooting over here. Shock infantry, 180 kills, but you got backup with some swords. Excuse me. I had to clear my throat. So my mortar, I believe, is the one now shooting over here. No kills quite yet. But there's some juicy little targets right in here. Mexi's archers also seem to be getting some pretty good shots. 20 kills, 34 kills. We definitely need some more infantry over here. So I've got one moving. I could probably put him up on the tower here, you know, and do the same thing as I did earlier in the match. But I could also bring units over this way. So I do have a unit already in that I could... Oh, these are the... I think these are the raider units, if I remember right. Mortar incoming. Just not getting very good hits. That was a good... well, yeah, that was a good hit right there. But so far, just not getting very good shots. I really should be targeting this. Mexi holding some of his units back. I've got the breach right now, right? So there's really no point in clogging the breach with even more units. Got a general up here. Nope, never mind, he's pulling back. So we broke one unit. Now I'm gonna sit here and look at him. Got the gendarmes coming back towards the center. What are we doing here, Ellington? We need infantry. Okay, so now I am going to charge the back. They are shooting into them now as well. That's Croatia over there. Shooting into the backs of this. He's probably going to have to stop here in a sec, though. I had to kind of pull back because of this unit. And also you got more, you know, infantry coming up. These are swordsmen from Hungary. Yeah, you can see they're moving more units back over too. I'm not sure why I charged that. I don't think that was the best idea. Charge that unit to get flank charged by the other guy. We do have Croatian swordsmen coming in to assist, so like it probably will be fine, but I don't think that was the smartest move on my part. Got some Hungarian knights over here. Got the Hungarian general. Matthias Kirilli. Not sure exactly who that is. Let's find out. Hold on while I pull up Google. Matthias Kirilli. Matthias Corvinus is what came up. King of Hungary and Croatia from 1458 to 1490. Interesting. I always recognize the Corvinus name from the Underworld movies. If you guys have seen those with Kate Beckinsale, I love those movies. Well, I love probably the first 3, and the rest are kind of dog shit. But Kate Beckinsale is wonderful. But the Corvinus family, they were like the original immortals in the Underworld, and this could be like a legend thing in real life, I'm not sure, but I know in the movies the Corvinus family, they were like the first bloodline where like werewolves and vampires came from. There were 2 brothers, one bitten by wolf, one bitten by bat, and they became the first werewolf and vampire. And it does take place in Hungary, so I'd be curious if anybody knows whether or not that is like an actual legend. This is another cav. So this is that gendarme unit from the Duchy of Brabant. He's actually kind of taken on the Abbasid cavalry as well here. The gendarmes are actually a really solid cav unit. 74 kills so far. And also, you can see we basically have the frontal courtyard is ours. They've got a couple units still guarding these areas. You see they've got a pole arm here. They've got some of the heavy range melee infantry. Now, I believe this is the Abbasid general coming in. I think he's thinking better of that. There's a lot of stuff here. I don't know why we would think of going there. Mortar 48 kills now. So now it's basically just moving things in. Over here on the dock side, you know, the dark side, dock side. Yeah, okay. We've got Croatia, you know, really just grinding through a lot here. The gendarmes, they're up to 101 kills. He is committed to killing this hybrid shock cav unit. I don't know if he's going to get it, especially now with the French gendarmes coming in to assist. Yeah, he broke. 102 kills. They've got a little bit of a problem here, right here, though. We still have some infantry over here. Got some, you know, shock infantry. Croatia really doesn't have a lot of infantry left. He's got a pike unit. He's got, you know, a couple infantry, you know, shock infantry, but that's about it. Myself and Mexi seem to have the most, you know, of armies left. But Croatia really kind of took the brunt of that initial assault there. He, you know, really popped in there. He's taken a lot down, though. You know, they've lost, what, 2,000 men? A little over 2,600 men, I think. And we've lost 2,200 men. My cavalry come in, catching that gendarme unit. Problem is, we don't have anything to keep it. That would have been nice. He still has this other unit over here too, as well as he's got this heavy range melee infantry. Heavy shock infantry gonna come in and flank. I think I caught him kind of sitting. I don't think he was able to do anything about that. He's going to try and keep running. I got to be careful. He's still got this one right here. It's a weak unit. This guy just came back, by the way. On the right-hand side, Mexi coming in with the sergeants, facing on the swordsmen of Hungary. And as you can see, we're preparing to push up the hilltop here. She's using fire shot. I'm not 100% sure why. I don't know if that was a whoopsie or... So our cav was able to deal with a lot of this stuff over here, getting some good charging into these guys. They still do have the gendarme unit from France. They probably should be focusing these pole arms. We also still have our mortars as well. Let's see, my mortar, 50 kills. Oh, look, here's those Hungarian knights. I don't know why we pulled away from it. Why did we pull away? Why didn't we kill that unit? My cav up to 77 kills. You can see Croatia just slowly pushing this direction. Pole arms 139 out of 140. They do have a lot of range up here. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out why we pulled our two cav generals off of that Hungarian knight. We literally just left it. Maybe if Mexi watches this, maybe he'll let me know if there was a reason why we did that I'm forgetting. 130, 130, or no, this one's 90 out of 130, 66 and 17. You see that big attack order? So that is one mortar and two archers just focusing on this one polearm unit. So the cav gen, the Abbasid came out to play. My cav is actually pretty healthy. 80 kills, 2 chevrons, with only losing 3 men. Get him! Get him! Turn around! Get him! I think it was a miscommunication on our part between me and Paz here. What are we doing? He's also not doing anything. What the hell's going on? Everybody's just standing there. Ooh, 114 out of 140. What's he at now? 77 on the mortar now. Here we go. You can see the shock infantry came in and charged the swords from Croatia. Get him. Got a good charge on him. He's got to be careful. He's got that Abbasid general sitting there looking at him. He probably needs to bring his general over here to shadow that. We still have a couple units here to use as well. Here's the Duke of Brabant, the Mexi's general going over to that side. More mortar shots coming in. I think that first one... I don't think it quite hit anything. It's got 80 kills now. Treb has been out for a while, I'm pretty sure. 126 kills. Big fight here going on now. They're focusing the general with their crossbows. Abbasid general, 70 out of 80. Here comes the Hungarian king. Love the helmet. Is he going to go in between our two cav units? I don't know. My cav unit's pretty beat up at this point. I don't know if this is a good idea. You got two general, well, a general and still a decently healthy, I don't know, and a shock infantry. It's risky. Pole arms 46 out of 140. It's just painful. You know, there's nothing worse than when you literally there's nothing they can do about it. You can see they've got their range, trying to do something, but you know, Paz doesn't care. His archers are pretty weak at this point. You know, if the sacrifice of his archers means the death of that pole arm, he's willing to take it, because that pole arm honestly is really our biggest, you know, speed bump at this point, is getting through that unit. We can fight everything else. The pole arms are a little more annoying to deal with. So, you know, using those range, even at the cost of the range, is worth it. Ranged melee infantry charging down the hill. They're going to take on, well, maybe not. They walk right up in front, and they're going to take a... I don't think he's meaning to do that. Because they walked up 2 feet in front of this guy, and are shooting all the way over there. And these Irish Catharans aren't doing anything. I don't know if that's how you say it. I apologize, but... I don't speak Irish either. Bounce power, let's see. Oof. Looks like we got about, what, a 2,400 man difference here. Mortars are now focusing on other things. Mine's got plenty of ammo. Why am I not using this thing? Mexi's about out on his. He's got 124 kills. Why are we not dealing with this unit? This damn unit has been standing here for ages. How is he not dead? Literally just been standing there like, hey guys, please don't kill me. I'm just gonna, it's okay. We're just gonna stand here. Don't worry about it. You do you, and I'll do me, and it'll be okay. Poor guy. I think that was his last shot. He'll probably get a couple kills out of that one. So, looks like he's going to end at 129. And maybe someday I'll set mine up and use it. I don't know why I'm not using it. Cav on the right. Hungarian Knights, I'm pretty sure. Reform! Oh, it's going to be bad. Man, really not the greatest charge by them. I was expecting far worse than that. Got a lot more of my infantry over here as well, though. They're also getting shot by, I think that's Mexi. No, that's my archers, my crossbows. That damn thing is still sitting there. They're fighting these heavy range melee infantry in the center still. That's what they have a lot of. Over on the far left of their formation, they've got some shock infantry, some crossbows, but really, like, their infantry is pretty depleted. Ooh, pikes caught out of formation. Dismounted French Chevaliers. He got some kills out of it, but they reformed pretty quick. Still dealing with these Hungarian Knights. They're up to 191 kills. So it looks like they got another charge that they got a pretty good impact on. This hill is kind of a conundrum, right? Because you got two really good infantry units there, but realistically, we really should just push it. We've got the manpower to do it. He's trying to kind of set up his pikes in a little bit of an angle to kind of cover the left-hand side from the cav, but also the hill. It's a little bit tough to do. Halberdier sergeants moving forward from the Duchy of Brabant. Arbalesters come into the forefront. I'm not sure that he means those guys to be in the front. It's a heavy crossbow infantry that still has ammo. So, but he's also not charging in his heavy range melee infantry. Mortar setting up. There we go. We are moving forward. You got the crossbows up top here. This is actually a really nasty position. You got your heavy shock infantry set up a little bit in front. But the crossbows have a beautiful shot. Now, the biggest downside, though, is that right there. My mortar also has a beautiful shot on you. $63 kills now. I don't know how his halberdier sergeant just got cleaned up like that. What the hell happened to him? They're still there! They're invincible! We're invisible! One of the two things, but this damn cav unit is still standing here! Pause. Why didn't you kill it? Oy vey. Now this is all mixed up. Brabantian Knights are in. They've got 207 kills. On the right-hand side, looks like I'm setting up. Maybe, maybe not. But I'm not even going to try and pronounce that. I don't know how this area got so kind of mixed up here. The shock infantry all mixed in with those range units. I don't know what's going on. So he's setting up his crossbows to just blast into these polearms. This is the second Hungarian polearm. My shock infantry fighting the Hungarian shock infantry. Now we're getting to swap out. No, our banner fell! Pick up the banner! Death and honor! How does everybody feel about that new Gladiator movie that's coming? I just don't know how to feel about it. I know, everybody wanted one 20 years ago. It's kind of like the Top Gun movie coming up, almost 30 years after its making. It's like, why are we doing this 30 years later, 20 years later? Where was this 20 years ago after the first one when everybody loved it and wanted another one? But also, your main character's dead. Spoiler alert. So, is it going to be able to hold the same thing for everyone as the first one did? I don't know. As far as I know, it's supposed to focus around Lucius, the young boy in the first movie. It's supposed to focus in on him as a grown man. And I believe it's his fight for becoming emperor, because I believe this is one of the periods of time when you have a bunch of different people try to become emperor within a year's time. I think it's 4 different emperors. But yeah, let me know in the comment section. Sorry, I just kind of stopped talking because I was looking at what was going on. But let me know in the comment section what you guys think of that. Like, I'm going to watch it, you know. Like, I'm not going to say I'm not going to watch it, but I have reservations. One of the shock infantry about to break. Is that both shock infantry gone now? I believe it is. Is this the Hungarian general? Yeah, this is him. And then it's just a crossbow infantry here. Over here, got a lot of pressure happening as well. Got the Croatian nobles moving around the back. This is a pike unit here from Brabant, and he's trying to fight, but pikes and stuff like that can sometimes be a little bit wonky, especially in small spaces like this. You also got your dismounted French Chevaliers that are now in this unit that is kind of out of formation. Got two cav generals over here, which makes this big open area a little bit scary, you know what I mean? Big open area means they have a lot of room to maneuver and charge. So good charge there. Well, thought it was a good charge, but then like half the unit didn't really hit. Mortar, 85 kills, hitting the French general. You also got the Hungarian general here. Where did my gen's over here? The King of Naples. Got some cav going around back here. This is the Abbasid general charging in on the Croatian communal nobles. Then the Ban of Croatia charging in. So this Abbasid general is basically screwed. So the other problem is, this is the cap point, and they have nothing defending it. The problem is they don't really have anything to defend it. But what I probably think should have happened is they probably shouldn't have defended here. They probably should have condensed to this square area here. You know, some of these shock infantry and stuff that were over here probably could have been used to defend this. Maybe. I don't know. Coulda, woulda, shoulda, I guess. You know what I mean? It's one of those things, it just is what it is. I like that you got these little towers kind of around, these watchtowers that kind of support the defenders. The Hungarian general engaged on some of my halberdiers. He's got 140 kills, but my halberdiers have 31 and a chevron now. It looks like, well, I think I was thinking about moving my general around the flank, but now I'm just going to go right in. Because, I mean, to be honest with you, we're in. Pavis crossbows, 95 kills, 107 kills. I don't think they even like, it's almost like they don't even realize that this is the cap point. Because at this moment, everything should be moving towards this. My gen, I think I'm going to take on the Roi of France. He's been hurt, so I'm probably going to win that. I wonder if I take this, do I get this? Combat even, 48 out of 80, 68 out of 80. Says I'm winning slightly. Honestly, he took that charge really well for being hurt already. Maxie, you've got Brabantian Knights all the way back here. I have units all the way back here. What are we doing? What a bunch of schmucks. My mortar still has ammo. So the ban of Croatia made his way through. And that, I think everybody just broke. So let's go look at some kills here. I guess we're not going to look at some kills. What the hell? Why does it... That's the second time this has done this to me, of just not loading the kills. I hate to say, but that is going to be it. The attackers do win that combat. Thank you guys so much for joining. Don't forget that if you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. We'll see you guys next time.